So let's just take a moment and find your center. Inhale, retain your breath, and exhale. Relax your feet and feel where you are in space. Are you sort of forward on your feet or are you back? Find that middle spot. Good. And next, arms out. Inhale as you spiral up. And exhale down, hands into prayer. And bow your head, drop your shoulders, and take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Something greater than yourself. A friend, a family member, a community, an idea. And start becoming aware of your breath. The Ujjayi breath. And keep that awareness throughout your practice. Step out to shoulder width and wrists. Full wrist circles. Full range of motion, and stretch your fingers. All of those things you've been holding on to this week. All of those emails you've typed and all of those texts on your smartphones. Let all of that tension stretch it out and reverse. Feel those hand tendons all the way up into the forearms and the wrists. And now elbows. Let your hands move through space, through that gluten-free, no high fructose corn syrup, delicious taffy that you're pulling with your hands. And reverse. And soften your knees. Start to feel your structure. And now shoulders up. Pull them way, way up and then drop them down. Pull them way up to the ears, all the way to the ears, and then feel that space in your neck. One more time, up and down. And now spiral around and open up that upper back and back. Exhale and inhale. And exhale, feeling that upper back, the thoracic spine starting to move. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And now bring your shoulders forward and up and back and take it into a full circle. Beautiful. Then you can start to soften your knees and tuck your pelvis as you roll your shoulders forward, opening up the thoracic, upper back. You can start to tuck the pelvis and feel that movement in the lower back. A little engagement of the abs. Good. And now reverse. Beautiful. You can start to feel the energy come all the way from your feet, all the way up through your back, through your shoulders, and out your hands. And now, right shoulder forward. Good. Feel that full range of motion. And left shoulder back. It's a little brain work too. And now, both together, right forward, left back. Beautiful. Nice. Right side of the body and the left side of the body. Good. And now, left shoulder forward. Nice. And right shoulder back. It's easier to do than to think about it. And now together, left shoulder forward and right shoulder back. And feel how this gives you a spiral in your back, in that mid-back, starting to get a spiral. Good. We want to move the back in all ranges of motion in all parts of the back. Good. And down. Now clasp the hands, elbows up, shoulders down. As the hands go up and you inhale, The shoulders go down and turn and look over your right shoulder. Spinal twist. Feel that all the way from your ankle, all the way up your leg, back to the center. And twist to the left. Beautiful. Back to the center. And now stretch up and over, stretching the sides, engaging those lower abs ever so slightly, feeling the obliques stretching. Inhale up and exhale up and over to the left. One more breath and inhale up. Drop your shoulders, drop your elbows, and roll forward into forward bend. Taking our first forward bend. Feel the hamstrings start to release. The back is soft. Knees are straight. And tuck your pelvis, roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Clasp the hands, spiral them up, push up, and now spiral them behind the head, resting the occiput, the back at the base of the skull on the little fingers, and small circles moving those upper cervical vertebrae, C1 and C2. Creating space, and reverse that. Good. One more in this direction, and switch your hands to the middle of your neck as I grab my earpiece here. And feel C3 and C4, those middle vertebra space. Maybe there's a little crackling in there. Maybe not. And reverse. And now hands down on the shoulders, on the upper trapezius. And let your elbows just drop down and spiral your head, getting those lower cervical vertebrae. And reverse. This is a good sequence to do whenever you have any tension in your neck, to help create space, loosen up all those muscles. Good. And back to center. And arms up, inhale. And exhale down. Bring your hands into prayer and waist circles. Now feel, if you engage your abs a little bit here, how much more support that gives you as you come around to the sides and around to the back. So whenever you're doing things that require you to do a back bend and a side bend, you engage those core muscles, and it helps give you more stability. One more in this direction, and reverse. What's going on with your feet? Relax your feet. Hold a lot of tension in our feet since we walk around on them all day long. And back to the center. And hands on the kidneys. And press forward. Beautiful. Feeling those hip flexors starting to open up. Relax your shoulders. Good. Really press forward. And reverse. Beautiful. One more. And step together. Knee rotations. Big toes touching, heels touching. Yes. Bring your feet together. Feel how much more stability you have. Engaging all of those muscles that insert into the knees when we press the knees together. And reverse, and getting those ankles moving. How you doing, Linda? This is a good one for you, huh? Yeah. Exactly. So this is really good ankle therapy and good for your balance. Back to the center. And now everybody's favorite, step forward on the left foot and point the right foot back. And this is one that, and pulse, opening up the front of the foot. This is one that good to use a chair, sometimes for balance. And look forward. Look up. Let me see your beautiful faces. Don't look at your feet. I can see your feet. They're all wonderful. Everybody's got on different colors of toenail polish, except for Jamil. And drop your heel out. And me, I'm au naturel as well. Yeah. All I've got on my feet is the tail end of my taping of my broken toes, which are healing miraculously fast. Had an x-ray on Monday, and everything looks good. And now drop your heel in, opening up the inside. And feel how that works all the way up through the knee and into the hip flexor. It's kind of amazing, such a small motion. Yeah. Good. How are your feet doing these days, Jamil? Good. And roll out. And roll in, and roll out. And roll in. This foot therapy is good for all kinds of athletes, and we have many different kinds of athletes represented here today, runners and bicyclers and distance walkers and life athletes. Step forward onto the right and point your left foot back and pulse. I'm convinced that one of the reasons why my feet are healed, my foot is healing so fast is that I do a lot of this footwork every day, and even while I've had these little cracked toes, I've been doing what I can within the range of the pain motion. So, and drop your heel out. Good. Feel that opening all the way up, and drop your heel in. Good. So your feet are getting a little better. Yeah. That's good. You've got a lot more flexibility in your feet now than you used to. And roll in and out. So this is great therapy for plantar fasciitis. If you know anybody that has that, it's very painful. And last one, back to center. And now one more foot and ankle. Weight on the left. Bring your right heel all the way up so that your foot is completely straight, and pulse. Putting weight into that right foot. And make sure, we have a tendency to let our ankle go out. And so since we don't have a mirror here, I'm going to be your mirror. And I'm going to note that, see how you naturally want that ankle to go out a little bit if you push it in, so that then you want this little toe down so that you're right over it. Yes, feel that it's a little bit different? That actually is really good for building all that strength so that you don't roll your ankle, which of course would be devastating, which you do a lot. Runners always do that, right? And now make full circles, yes. So that awareness of keeping your ankle when you are in that position will help build strength in those ankle muscles that are important for support. Because you have this big range of motion and this is a small joint for your whole body to be carrying on it. And reverse. Good. And feel your toes really stretching here. Good. How does that feel for you, Linda?
Well, this is the bad ankle. We'll see
Mm-hmm.
if this one feels.
Yeah, well, we're sneaking up on that.
Yeah, I know.
It's good to do the good one first sometimes. And now, weight on the right and pulse. Good. Beautiful. Yes, keeping it right over there now. Circles. So if you have a situation where you have pain, just try to work right below the level. So find that smaller range of motion. Oftentimes when you're rehabilitating from an injury,